This week,
Aliens, more alien.
and some Walking Dead.
Batman, DC.
This is Modern Retro. And welcome to Modern Retro, episode 21. I am your host, Cuba. I am joined here in the dungeon by the Angry Roy, and across the internet by the always in a rush, Aaron. How you guys doing?
What's going on?
Yeah, like
I like that we've got Cuba, Angry Roy, and Aaron the Rush. The Rush, the Rush Aaron.
no, seriously. Every time we log, he's messaging me, well, us in the group chat before you even get here. Always the same time, like 4 or 5 minutes before. And he goes, "What's the word? Are we ready? We gonna do this?" I'm like, "Is it fucking 7 o'clock?" No, Roy's not here. He's probably sitting out front in his car until 7 o'clock. Ask at 7:01.
Well, I get lonely, and I like to talk to people too. And there's always like technical difficulties that can be worked out if the need
Worked
arises.
most of those out
He's
already.
just like, I'm lonely. He
No,
got all excited when I called him pretty. Did you see what I told you?
And then he gets upset that he's like, all right, he's like, well, let's do it. Let's start now. Let's start without him. Let's start doing this. Gotta go at 8. Why? What do you gotta do at 8 o'clock? Nothing but masturbate. That's what you gotta do.
Mass Effect 3.
Masturbate 3? That's what I heard.
Yep. I just got to the part where
Hold your goddamn horses, all of you.
I just got to the part in Mass Effect 3 where you probably didn't play it. It was a DLC where it was the last DLC that came out where
No, I
mercenaries.
ran out of money. I spent $400 on Mass Effect 3, and they still kept coming out with missions.
It's like when the mercenaries start to kill you and like Rex makes a return, you can play with Rex again, and it's
See,
it's
all the
like-
best DLC was for the third one 2 months after the game came out, 3 months after the game came out.
all the best stuff about Mass Effect 3 was DLC.
Yeah, it's
You
bullshit.
you had the Leviathan thing where you found out where the Reapers came from. You had this one where there's like this weird, like someone's hacking into your personal information and commandos are after you. Like the story and the writing is really on point, and like the graphics.
Wasn't there a Prothean in the third one?
Yeah, but that was like
Yeah,
that should have been
was like
in the actual
day
game.
one DLC. Yeah,
I don't count that as DLC. I count that as
Well, I never played it.
EA rapage.
I never got to play that DLC because I borrowed the game from you.
Oh, you missed like
Half the story.
Yeah, you missed one of the most important parts of the story. I don't understand how you can play the third game without that character.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not possible. Yeah. I don't know. I just, speaking of DLC, I'm making my way through Mass Effect 2, and I just did the Arrival mission, which was a pretty intricate mission that they cut out of that one. But that was just like the only really egregious thing about Mass Effect 2 that should have been included, but they threw that in as a DLC later.
Yeah, that came out like halfway between the release of Mass Effect 3. So like bridged the two together.
Right, but it's such an important part of the game because Mass Effect 3 starts with you on trial for what you did in that mission, and you're like sitting there, you're playing Mass Effect 3, and you're like, what? What did I do? I do that?
I don't even know what you did.
You
That's how bad. I played all 3 games.
yeah, but you didn't play with any like DLC. Yeah, no, like
So
in the Arrival
one. Oh, you can go ahead.
Yeah, it was you Admiral Hackett asks you a personal favor to like go in and find like a missing operative in Batarian space. You have to do it alone, and it has to be like hush hush under the table because you can't piss the Batarians off and make a political mess or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you go in and you rescue her, and she tells you that her research team found a Reaper artifact, and they found out that the Reapers are coming into the galaxy through this particular mass relay, and they're planning on they're like putting booster rockets on an asteroid to make it collide with the mass relay to prevent them from coming. but then she got captured by the Batarians. So you go rescue her. She brings you the thing. You find out there's 2 days before the Reapers are supposed to arrive because the artifact's sending out like pulses at like a diminishing interval.
Oh, okay.
And so you're like, oh shit. And then you get like attacked and drugged, and you wake up and there's like 2 hours before
Because the entire
they're going to
scientific staff has been indoctrinated by the artifact.
Yeah.
So
you have
this also leads into the indoctrination theory. You were left for 2 days alone, unconscious,
Shut up about the
with a
indoctrination
Reaper
theory.
artifact.
Shepard is made of sterner stuff.
Right. So the end of the mission is you have to launch this asteroid at the mass relay. But there's 300,000 people that live in the system, and the mass relay, no one's destroyed a mass relay before, so because everybody's afraid of what will happen, it's theorized that it will explode with the force of a supernova and destroy the system, which it does.
Spoiler.
So
it does.
you kill 300,000 people. No, there were no survivors. No one made it out of the system except for you, because Joker picks you up and you literally get to the relay a second before the asteroid hits it. Mm-hmm. So, Admiral Hackett's like, you're like, I did what I had to do. He's like, I believe you, but you're gonna have to answer for this, and that's why in Mass Effect 3 you're on Earth answering for this mass murder.
Yeah,
that's why you're no longer in the Normandy.
Yeah, it's pretty egregious. That should have been left in. That's definitely a bit of a tie-in.
Yeah. And like I said, I played that DLC
That should have
after...
been the prologue to the third one.
I should have been. Well, I mean, maybe they thought it was by releasing it later like they did, which is it's interesting because like I played it after I beat Mass Effect 2. So at the end, Harbinger is talking to you. He's like, "You cannot stop us, Shepard. You are but a fly in my poop," or whatever he says. And
eloquent as always. That
prepare for us.
Harbinger.
Harbinger,
dead.
sorry.
So
it
in the
harkens
hologram,
back to like the first Mass Effect when like you see the hologram of was it Sovereign, and he's like, "We are the vanguards of your destruction." Right,
but and when you play it after you beat the main game, the hologram is of the actual Reaper. But when you play it in the middle of the game, like I just did, the hologram is of the Collector that he's been controlling. Mm-hmm. So
I was about
I like
to say,
that cool little thing.
I was about to say, I got the Reaper this time around because I played it after the fact.
Oh, you played it after?
So on Mass Effect 3, and then I watched the indoctrination theory video, and they mention the Arrival DLC and how it ties into the indoctrination. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't play this. I forgot all about this. So I had to go back, load in my Mass Effect 2 disc and fucking find it all over again. But what's great?
The indoctrination theory.
What's really great about playing this on the Xbox One now is you put in the Mass Effect disc and it just automatically downloads to your hard drive. So whenever it says, "Please put in disc 2," I'm like, I can just play it. It just goes.
Oh yeah, that was. I forgot those 2 discs in Mass Effect, and the later Mass Effect games, and I was playing it. Is like, I'm gonna go to this planet. It's disc 2. I'm like, motherfucker, I have to get up.
How did I ever put up with this?
Well, there's 3 weeks now till the next Mass Effect comes out. Mm-hmm. So, and I won't play it for another 2 or 3 months. But
you're right. You'll be over my house every weekend.
Bullshit, I don't got that kind of time. Once upon a time I did. Now I just don't like you.
Now he's house. I was gonna say now he's housewifing.
No, that's not the point. It's just I don't feel like driving 45 minutes. Especially every time I go to your place, not only does it always take me 3 different ways. There's 3 ways that it takes me to get to your place. Each way is more annoying than the last, and each way is through the shittiest part of Rhode Island ever. Mm-hmm. Each one is through Central Falls.
Every part through Rhode Island is through the shittiest part.
No.
The quickest way is through Central Falls.
All the drivers are shitty in Rhode Island, but there's some really nice parts of Rhode Island.
I know my grandparents live in Rhode Island,
but Central Falls is I'm sorry, Rhode Island people. I know I'm not offending anybody because you're sitting here listening to this like nodding your heads. Central Falls is not even the armpit. It is like the dangleberry of
Dangle? You mean Dingle?
It's the Brockton of Rhode Island.
It's that like piece of shit that's stuck to your ass hairs that's been rolled up and you just can't get rid of it like via wiping, so you have to just reach down there and grab it.
Gotta snip it out with a pair of scissors.
That's Central Falls.
It's the
It is just
Brockton
a
of Rhode Island.
Disgusting. Worse. It's even worse.
The only
It's just
thing
like a
that-
disgusting,
real, like,
terrible, dirty town.
The only difference is that like Central Falls has a lot of Spanish people.
And we have a lot of Haitian people. So I would say that Central
a lot of
Falls is
taquerias.
just, hey, I love Mexican food, but Central Falls is just it's such a pain in the ass to navigate. You people can't drive, and that goes for the whole
What do
state.
you mean, you people?
You people, you decided to live there. You're one of those people. He just conceded. He's like, fine.
I don't like it.
And they even I heard in the news yesterday that Rhode Island is passing a bill. Rhode Island police are cracking down on shitty driving because the motor vehicle death rate is double what it was this time last year in Rhode Island.
God damn.
Because you fucking people don't know how to fucking drive.
It's not me.
I don't know.
I still drive with the conviction of a Bostonian. Okay, I know where I'm going. Get out of my way.
You were never a good driver anyways.
Bullshit. Says the one person who hasn't had any fucking accidents on their record. So screw you.
I will never forget driving through, like, I don't know if it was like New Mexico or Oklahoma, somewhere in the middle of the fucking country on the highway, and you were on the phone. You weren't even talking on the phone. You were texting your ex-girlfriend who we had just left California. You just left California to get away from her, and you were driving in the middle of torrential rain. Texting, not like smartphone texting, like flip phone texting, this insane argument. And I almost punched you to take control of the wheel to avoid getting us killed. Because you're like sitting there, you're like click, 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 click. I'm like, dude, I can't even see out this fucking window and the wipers are on full blast. Don't fucking text argue.
You should specify that I didn't even have an iPhone then. I had my green Ninja Turtle communicator. I didn't even need to look at the phone to friggin' text. I could just do my thumb.
I was watching you with my, like, pants getting full of piss from fear because you're looking at the road, but you're looking back at your phone, looking at the road, looking back at the phone.
Well, you gotta check my spelling.
I was gonna say, there's nothing worse than being in a hardcore text argument when you make a solid point, but you misspell a word like "and," like it's ANF instead of AND, and you're like, "Fuck
Yeah, but not in the middle of a
fucked up the
fucking
flow.
tsunami type of rain, dude. Like, that storm literally followed us from the middle of the country to the East Coast.
He clearly doesn't value your life.
Doesn't value shit. I'm like, dude, pull over and let me take over. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking force it.
No, I had
from
just
you.
lost my girl. I had just lost my apartment. I had just lost my job and my life in California. End it all, please. I don't care if I'm
on the
texting.
bright side, we made it through Hoover Dam's drug checkpoint with a Boba Fett helmet full of weed. Hey, you didn't tell me that until we were sitting in line and they were doing random checks.
It was need to
Talk
know.
about
You
shitting
didn't
your
need to
pants. I'm like, dude, if they select us for a random search, it's all yours. I don't even fucking know you. You're a hitchhiker that I picked up.
You're gonna start speaking fucking really broken English, Spanglish. Like, thank you, sir, si, senor.
No, not in the Southwest. That's a bad idea.
I know, but then they're gonna be, you're just gonna run off into the desert.
Yeah.
You know, like, see, just running away.
Oh, man.
And we were like in that line for like an hour, slowly waiting, and we see them like, you know, you can go, you pull off into the search parking lot, you can go, you into the search parking lot. I'm like, fuck, because they got dogs, they got
You're not getting
three
through.
dudes.
You're not getting through one of those things.
No, I'm like, if they open this car, they're gonna find it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, it's all him.
Schnozberries.
I
I don't
needed-
like officer. I don't know him. I swear, I just wanted a blowjob.
I needed it for my glaucoma.
Yeah. Well, I don't think medical marijuana was legal in Arizona at the time.
No. Either way, you didn't need to know at the time until you needed to know. Okay.
Need to know basis.
You didn't need to know while you were in a cell getting your fucking, your ass humped by Bubba.
Yeah, if there's one place I don't want to be is in a jail cell in Arizona and or Nevada, on whatever
Yeah.
side of the border they stopped us on.
You don't want to be in a desert jail, period.
Right.
It just doesn't seem like a good place. It's going to be somebody with a neck tattoo who fancies you,
His name is Geronimo,
Yeah,
and he hates Whitey.
Say Geronimo Redcorn. He's, half Indian, half Mexican.
Geronimo Longfeather. That's an interesting name. What does that mean? One who likes to sodomize.
Ugh.
Oh, speaking of sodomy, we got to talk about.
Gotta love
What a
sentences that start
segue.
like that.
Woo!
We got to talk about the fuckery that's going on with the DC movie universe. With
Do we have to?
yes, with Ben Affleck. We didn't talk about it last week, and I thought it's like, okay, well, we missed it. We'll move on, maybe mention it, but more comes out. We find out that he's not directing anymore. That was last week, where that was
Red
announced.
flag number 1.
Well, yeah, especially because he said, he's like, I'm gonna direct it, but only if the script is good. And if it's a good script, then definitely I'm gonna direct it. And he was all about it. He was super excited about it and everything like that. So we find out he's not directing anymore, but he's still on board. Now we find out this week. Now this is just rumor, but it's coming from like multiple places now, where he is apparently actively, like, he doesn't want to be Batman anymore. He's actively trying to get out of the contract with Warner Brothers, but it's ironclad, so he's probably can't. He's going to have to do this movie, the Batman movie.
It's that bad? The script is that bad?
Supposedly, I mean, according to Ben Affleck, there isn't even a script yet. According to the studio, there's a script and they're happy with it. They got the dude who directed Cloverfield to come in and direct it instead of Affleck after Affleck backed out from directing.
Well, it's not bad, though, because...
That's not bad, but also it's
you
like...
say Cloverfield or Cloverfield Lane?
Cloverfield.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought you said Cloverfield Lane, because that movie had...
no, it was a different director on that one.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess he could maybe do a good Batman job, but that's still not the point. I don't have like a complaint with the guy directing it. I have a complaint with the studios constantly fucking with this. They know, well, maybe they don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say maybe they know that their whole movie universe is in jeopardy. Man of Steel sucked. Batman vs Superman made money, but nobody liked it. Or very few, not enough people liked it. It didn't generate the excitement that they want. Same thing with Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, they panicked from Batman vs Superman, so they meddled with that. That made money, but nobody's excited about it. And now, we got Wonder Woman coming out, which the trailer looks good for.
It looks like...
we don't know what's going to go on with that one. Justice League is coming out soon. And again... Actually, the trailers for that one, or the pictures and everything I've seen for that one, have done nothing for me. I don't care about the Justice League. But the fact remains is that the studio seems to just be panic interfering way too much, to the point that Ben Affleck is like, I'm done with Batman. If he has to do this Batman movie, the rumors are saying that he's done after this. He's not going to continue being Batman for this franchise.
Which just sucks because he's, as far as I know, at least what Kevin Smith said, he's like one of the biggest Batman fans there is. Like,
right. Yeah, that's a super big red flag. If you're a huge Batman fan, but you don't want to be Batman anymore,
I heard fans petitioning that what's his name there, the guy who directed Batman vs Superman,
Zack Snyder?
Zack Snyder, direct Batman. I'm like, did you not see the other two fucking movies? Like, who is petitioning this? Shut the fuck up.
Well, that's people who just like action and not thinking. The Michael Bay crowd.
Yeah.
But the downside is that Zack Snyder is like executive producer on every DC movie, so he might not be directing them, But like Michael Bay not directing these Transformers movies, he's a big influence on them.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm more excited about Wonder Woman, but I'm worried about Wonder Woman. But even though it's directed by a woman and it supposedly has a good script, Zack Snyder, I don't think knows what real women are. So I don't know what edits and shit he fucked up, in editing, in post production of Wonder Woman to make it suck.
It looks like a World War I version of Captain America.
Yeah,
by the trailers,
pretty much. But still, I mean, I'm fine with that. That's great.
Oh, the trailer made it look amazing.
What they're missing, and I'm not saying they need to copy Marvel. Marvel is doing Marvel, and everybody's trying to copy Marvel, and they don't even need to they're trying to catch up to Marvel, and you're not going to catch up to Marvel. You're simply not. Take a page from their book, and do something fun with the movies. Like, all of these DC movies are the same, fucking, Neor dark filtered lens, gritty shit. Do a theme. Like, Captain America's movies have become this espionage themed movies. Like, the first one was different, but and that was a great feel to it. The Ant-Man was a heist movie, pretty much. Spider-Man's gonna be a high school teen movie. Iron Man is, I don't know what you would call it, an action movie, but comedy. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Snarky. Yeah,
they all have
their own feel,
their own themes, because they're different comic books. You got to do the same thing. Superman. I watched the half of the first Superman movie the other night with my daughter. We're gonna finish the other half later. The 1978 Superman with Chris Reeves. That's a fucking great movie. To this day, doesn't matter that when he's flying, you can tell that gravity is pulling his cape down because he's really on some strings. It's brightly colored. He's so optimistic. His Clark Kent is brilliant. His values as Superman is Superman. It's what we need out of Superman. Not this fucking dark, I'm going to let everybody die because my adopted father said so and then walked into a tornado.
Well, here's the thing. Just imagine Twister. You just walked into it,
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the thing that Marvel does really well. Like you said, each one has its own feel. And that's why when you have an Avengers movie, when all these different characters who feel like they have their own personalities that have been fleshed out in their own feel of their own movie, it's like different colors of a rainbow, I guess you could say. When they come together, it makes a full rainbow. It makes something great.
Right.
This isn't going to work with DC, like you're saying, because everything is the same shit brown.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody has and in all the Avengers, there's always that interplay of someone who's really serious versus somebody who's snarky versus somebody who's lighthearted, because like you said, everybody brings their own feel. Any this Justice League movie isn't going to have that, and it won't have the same weight either. It's just not.
Well, especially because they're bypassing everybody's stories.
The thing,
we're just gonna meet them without really knowing anything about them.
The mistake they're making is that they're not taking their time. They have to understand, comic book movies now, I don't think we've probably got at least another 10 years of comic book movies that come out and in a reliable sense. We'll see there's a 20-year block when we'll look back and say that was the golden age of comic book movies at the time. Right. So DC doesn't have to I don't know what they're thinking with this, throwing all this shit out. We gotta get it out. We gotta make that quick dollar.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just...
Put out a good quality product. You've got the next 15 years. Make a plan and release movies accordingly. You don't have to rush. The money isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not 5 years from now people are just gonna say, "Oh, superhero movies suck. Get out of here. Comic book movies, they blow." No, Batman is a perennial character in every sense of the word when it comes to geek fandom or basically just anything. Everybody knows who Batman is.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Didn't the Lego Batman movie just come out and do pretty well too?
Probably did better than Batman v Superman.
Probably, yeah. I haven't looked up any box office things, and I had no interest in seeing it. But I mean, dude, when Lego is putting out fucking movies that make millions of dollars, that just fucking says something right there.
They've got the Warner Brothers have a golden egg that is DC, and instead of letting it just hard boil slowly, gently, you know what I mean? They're taking it and they just smash it against the fucking wall. It sucks because you could do. There's so many good stories.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because like Marvel always seemed like the action-oriented comics, and DC always felt like the character-oriented, like more adult situations and characters, and they're just doing the movies.
They switched off over the decades. One would get action-y and gimmicky, and the other would get serious, and then they do that for maybe a decade and then flip. That's just the nature of the two biggest comic book companies, I think.
There's an ebb and flow.
It's also looking like the Marvel television series. Like DC has carved their way into the WB and tween heart for all their shit. But Marvel is putting out Netflix shows, and each Netflix show has its own look and feel.
And they also connect to the movies.
And they're taking their sweet-ass time to do it. Like, they're going to essentially create another Avengers initiative, essentially, with the Defenders. And in the exact amount of time that Warner Brothers is putting out their movies. It's like, you could have done this. You could have told your story, took your time, and then have it have more impact when these fucking people come together to fight crime. Like,
and like I said though, the Marvel movies and the Marvel TV shows, they have very little overlap, but they do overlap. Like
and that's what makes it more fun to watch.
Exactly. And
as soon as they mention somebody in they're like, oh, what? There's no big green guy or no magic hammers. Like, you're like, oh shit, I know exactly what that is. When they talk about the New York Manhattan incident or whatever it was, when they talk about alien, like a dimensional portal in the sky and a man in a flying armor, you're like, holy shit. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's great. It's just tidbits.
It's great stuff. And then you have the DC where, I mean, I said this multiple times on this podcast. I couldn't stand Arrow and I couldn't stand The Flash, but I loved Supergirl. I think the season I only saw the first season. It went way too long. They could have broken that up into 2 seasons. But it was a good show for the very fact that it reminded me of the way Superman is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And they took a lot of Superman stories and applied them to Supergirl.
I like the first season and a half of Arrow. You know what I mean? Because it seemed, I don't know, it was good. It was a little, the CW kind of like feel to it. But it was dark enough. It was cool enough. He actually killed people, which was kind of neat.
Yeah, but I don't think Oliver Queen kills people in the comics, though, either.
Queen. And it makes Oliver Queen. And it makes sense in the show, though. You know what I mean?
Well, it got whiny and soap opera after that season and a half.
Yeah, exactly. By the end of the second season, you're like, give up.
I couldn't get past the first season. I think I just watched like half of it or something.
It had a cool, I don't want to say Lost feel to it, but like when they would fill in with those flashbacks to like the island where he...
See, I just got like a bad Batman feel from it. It's like, you guys can't make a Batman show, so
can you imagine
doing this?
Can you imagine if Warner Brothers just DC cut the shit and made basically do what Marvel is doing with the Defenders, but do it with the Justice League? I'd rather watch it. Batman's journey, a whole season, a whole 12-episode season of Batman on the small screen.
Well, I know a lot of people complain about Gotham, but Gotham is good. Gotham is like the best of the DC shows.
Properties right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, damn. Like, see, I don't know. I really, really like Supergirl, but Supergirl is different. Supergirl makes you happy. Gotham is fucked up. And if you're I'm a stickler myself. I was going to say, if you're a stickler for sticking to the comic book mythos and stuff like that, Gotham is going to piss you off because it's sort of like Smallville. It takes its own course with things. There's so many supervillains that are coming out while Bruce Wayne is still only like 10, 13 years old or something like that. But the way they've handled it, the way they do the show, and the fucked up scenarios that they have been coming up with, I'm okay with it. I'm like, all right, I put it to bed. I'm like, all right, this is not the way we know Batman. It's in an alternate universe now. Who knows what Batman is going to be like when he becomes Batman in this universe? But what they're doing right now, focusing on Jim Gordon and his story and everything that's going on, is actually pretty brilliant. What they've done with the Penguin and the mob and stuff. And then the dude who they've got to play the Joker, who they're not ever calling the Joker, this kid Jerome. Best fucking Joker you've ever fucking seen.
Really?
Oh my god, like he's awesome. He's just this psychotic. He's got like this natural creepy smile, like big, like Jack Nicholson's smile in Tim Burton's Batman, but real. Like this dude can do that with his face, and the way he acts. I mean, he is the Joker. He's got to be the Joker.
Hold on. So you're talking better than Ledger, better than...
I never thought Heath Ledger was a great Joker.
How dare you, sir?
I think he was a good Joker for the story, but he was not the Joker.
That's a good point. He fit that feel of that movie. That is what The Dark Knight needed. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say he was hands down the best Joker, because he did not. He's not the Joker. He's not the way that the Joker is supposed to be.
He's my favorite iteration of on-film Joker. I like him better than Nicholson. I like him better than, what's his face from Suicide Squad?
Jared Leto. I didn't even see Suicide Squash. But I don't know. I mean, everybody said that he sucked in it, and I hated how he looked. I'm all for a different rendition of the character, but it's got to be in the spirit of the character. Heath Ledger, not the best Joker, but he was in the spirit of the character and fit that story.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was in the spirit of the character and fit that story.
Yeah.
Like, from everything I've heard about Suicide Squad, Jared Leto didn't fit the story and wasn't in the spirit of the character.
Yeah. You'll have to show me this Jerome.
And it's great because they killed him. They killed Jerome in like season 2. He was stabbed in the fucking neck. He's dead. And he died with his creepy Joker smile.
You'll have to show me what he looks like.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll show you later. And but he's back. I don't know. I'll have to wait until this season is on
Lazarus
Netflix.
Pit.
I don't know. I don't think they've tackled Ra's al Ghul, but they've tackled fucking Hugo Strange, who's fucking Dr. Wu from Jurassic Park.
Really? Henry Wu?
Henry Wu, yep.
Nice.
They've tackled fucking Catwoman and
how the hell do you tackle Catwoman if she's like the same age as Bruce Wayne?
She is the same age.
Oh,
she's like lives on the street.
Oh, she's like an urchin.
Yeah. and the thing with the Catwoman in Gotham is she looks just like a young Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh,
it's insane. Cool. Like, I feel a little bad because I'm like, wow, like this. Kind of hot, like, but she's only like 13 in season 1.
You creep.
Like,
you creep.
But
Chris Hansen's gonna tell you, have a seat, sir.
He's gonna bust down the wall, the Armenian drug wall behind me.
Let you have a seat.
But it's creepy. I hear Aaron typing right now. I hope you're looking up what Selena Kyle looks like in Gotham. And like, dude, Gotham, Selena Kyle, and Michelle Pfeiffer, and you go, holy shit, that is a young Michelle Pfeiffer. It's insane. Like, fucking kudos, high fives, and kisses to the people that cast that actress. And she does a great job, too.
Can't say kisses, man. Can't say kisses.
Kisses.
No, not with her, man. She's...
Kisses.
That was just gross.
Yeah, that's weird. She's got like a weird 80s do. Like, just
but
like...
doesn't she look like Michelle Pfeiffer?
A little bit. I could see that, like, not really. She looks hotter than Michelle Pfeiffer, but I could see her look.
She's a child!
Kisses. Are you editing that out?
No.
Oh, I thought you were gonna edit it.
I realize I haven't been taking notes. I'm gonna, when it comes to editing and writing down the description of this episode, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck did we talk about? 'Cause I don't listen to the whole thing. But no, go watch Gotham. The first 2 seasons are on Netflix.
Okay, cool.
It's a good show, for sure. Second season better. It's fucked up.
I will admit that when I heard they were going to play with the timeline and all that, I wasn't a fan. I instinctively.
I wasn't either.
I instinctively said, fuck that, But I'll give it a fair shot.
I got the first half of the first season. You have to muscle through it because you're sitting there going, this is kind of like fucking Smallville, like the villain of the week. And there wasn't even like a known villain. It was just like a weird, stupid villain of the week. But then the stories get more serious, darker, and then they start connecting more. And dude, by season 2, I'm just gonna fucking spoil it because fuck it.
Dude, I'm gonna say it. No,
fuck it.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. You can't do that.
I'm only gonna spoil it because I think you'd miss it because I don't think you're that deep into the Batman comics.
All right, we'll see. All right, go ahead.
All right. Okay, well, I'll just say that the Court of Owls gets a brief introduction.
Okay.
That's fucking awesome! That is awesome! The fact that this show is like, we're gonna take anything from Batman and we're gonna fucking play with it. As soon as I saw it, I won't tell you. I'll let you see when you get to that point yourself. But I think I even messaged our group. I went, the Court of Owls!
I think I was like, where are you, Cuba?
Put your pants on before you message me.
Did you actually watch The Fourth Kind? Is that what this is called?
Oh, Jesus, that's a creepy-ass movie.
I actually haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's
You'll
creepy.
never look
That's
at
the one
owls
where
the
they're
same way
it's
again.
supposed to be like true footage or something like that, true stories.
That movie fucks with you because they sit you down and they tell you it's. See, we all kind of got after the Blair Witch Project. You watch that and you're like, oh my god, it's real, and then you realize obviously that it's not. You know what I mean? But
right.
So then you after years you're like, oh, you take everything with a grain of salt. Right, You're like, fuck that. So then when I said
fake news,
huge fake news, you fake. So then when I sat down in the theater to watch The Fourth Kind, I was a Nicole Kidman or something like that. Whoever it was, I can't remember exactly the actress, but she is on the screen and she says, "This is a true story. This is what happened. We're gonna show you our footage and the archived footage, the real thing that happened, and our." A rendition of it, and we'll fill in the gaps with our own stuff. So then they show you this fucking creepy ass movie, which Aaron will attest to. That it is a creepy movie, right?
Yep.
Fucking crazy. And then afterwards, like me and my friend who saw it, we went outside. We're looking around towards the fucking sky. We're running towards our car. We were wicked freaked out. She looked up on her phone to see if it was, real. She's like, I gotta know. She looked it up and saw that it was actually all fake. Like, they just threw that in there just to sell you on it. You know what I mean? So it's just weird that, like, they would do that. I don't know. At that point,
it just adds to the creepiness of the movie.
But it's almost like that thing, like, where you kind of got over. It was, like, years later after the Blair Witch. Movie
right.
Where you're like, oh, that found footage, that ain't real. We all know the gimmick now. So then they added another layer onto the gimmick where they were like, oh wait, okay, no, this is real. They just told us this is real. They won't lie. They lied.
Movies don't lie.
So it's not nearly as creepy anymore. But it's fucking strange.
Dude, I don't know, that movie from the 90s, Fire in the Sky, I still can't watch that.
They're all
that was a scary fuck. Did you ever watch that?
When I was younger, I've seen parts of it, and I've never watched the whole thing
because that was based on a true account of an actual alien abduction.
Yeah.
So that movie is not necessarily true because it was never verified what happened to these guys. If they just made up the story,
dude, that thought of like aliens like that fucks with me.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. I'm staring at the window behind you, and I'm just like, I keep looking and. I'm imagining a little, like, giant bulbous head with black eyes just kind of peering down. I do every time.
What's up, guys? Podcasting.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's been like a weird. I don't know if it's a phobia.
I'm looking around too.
Yes.
I half expect to see like spindly legs.
Well, so much of this room is fucking dark.
I know.
And the light bulbs in that whole half of the basement,
dude,
dungeon,
I'm creeped out now.
Don't work. But dude,
I have the same thing, but it's with the fucking Grudge. That little kid from the
you're in a. Oh, I was gonna say.
See, the Grudge doesn't bother me any.
You didn't watch the Japanese version.
I did. I watched
Ju-on
the Grudge. I watched Ringu. I've watched all the original ones, the Japanese ones, and those never really freaked me out. Like there's certain things when you're watching them where it's like a whoo, like that's scary, but
Yeah.
it doesn't fuck with me on a psychological level like the thought of Aliens does. Because
Right.
Aliens is one of those things where you just don't know.
Right. Like I'm when it comes to aliens, I believe 100% in aliens. Now, I don't know if aliens are from another world, another galaxy. They're us from the future coming into the past. I am down for all these
Interdimensional
different
lizard
theories.
people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hillary
but
Clinton.
I'm firmly in the camp that extraterrestrial life exists and it is here. It has been here. You know. So I love all the UFO shows, all the alien abduction shows, all that stuff. But it is like a real phobia or discomfort. I don't know what to describe it as, but ever since I was a
keep looking
out
child,
that is,
window.
Cuba?
I do, dude. I keep looking out the window.
Cuba, you know what
Ever
that
since
is?
I was
Ancestral memory, okay?
ever since I was a child, I've always get the goosebumps, like the hairs stick up.
Yep.
And I used to, I've had nightmares, dude. There was one point when I lived in I think it was the apartment in Middleborough. I think you were still there, Roy, where I went like a month straight having the same dream of being abducted. Where I'm like, I think I'm legit getting abducted.
So hold on. So this is when we were living together?
I think so.
I was just slipping stuff into your drink.
And coming in your room. in the middle of the night.
I just put on a mask and I was like, "Ooh, hello, I'm an alien. I must just slip it in."
The Jello
I've had that-
pudding.
Well, for some reason in my head, I couldn't get it down, but I was just, "Oh, hi there, Chris. Waiting for the map boy. I'ma just slip it on
That's
in."
always been this weird
Oh,
fear
man.
when I think about it. When I
Cuba.
watch those shows, I have to have the blinds closed. If
You've got to watch the fourth kind.
I can't, I have to watch it during the day. Like
No,
I
what-
cannot watch it at night.
We should watch it since this is right now.
Don't
this
watch
is
it
the
during
alien
the
cast.
don't watch it during the day. It will ruin day for you.
No, because that's a movie that sticks with you anyways. You know what I mean? Especially when you see like an owl or a picture of an owl, you'll be like, "Oh!" The eyes will fuck with you.
Yeah.
But the three of us should watch it, and then podcast about it after or something. We should
We'll have to watch it in the woods or something.
no,
Like
we
set
just-
up a projector.
no just watch. Oh God, no! But dude, like I was saying, I watched Signs. What, that was maybe 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, something like that, and we were talking about it on the Facebook chat. And you were like, "Oh, fuck Signs, dude!" I watched Signs, and all these years later, more dots connected for me. Dude, that is a fantastic movie. Even the ending all works. Everything about that movie, when you look at it in the right context, absolutely works. I know it's like the bullshit.
I'll have to rewatch it based on what you connected the dots to. And what you said makes more sense now, I guess, but I
Well,
just
we'll
remember
just-
being so pissed off with that ending going, why did you invade a planet that's 75% water?
Because they didn't invade, they raided. They didn't
Right,
invade
right.
to
And that's
stay.
that's that's
They,
to your credit that you got me you got me thinking about it
yeah,
again.
dude, I was so excited when I thought, dude, I'm sitting there, I'm watching, and I will admit,
They're like naked space Vikings.
that's only marijuana could create the dots that I connected with watching Signs. I'm freaking the fuck out, especially that
because to this day the found footage of the
it's behind, dude.
Yes,
I just
that-
got goosebumps.
yeah.
Dude.
Dude, we remember.
It's fucking creepy.
Well, yeah, especially
Me and
after that
Aaron-
movie came out, you and I were in that cornfield stealing corn. And we were freaked the fuck out.
That is such an us thing. we were out stealing corn.
And we're like, dude, we got to do this quick because I'm fucking scared.
Just gonna- that weird creepy noise, that chittering noise they make.
Yeah.
Dude, everything about that movie is ramps up that fucking just tension.
You know,
You've really got to see the fourth kind though. No bullshit.
what I think I have to again. I'll go back and look at it with a more of an open mind based on what you've said. But also another thing that I think that takes away from the end of that movie is when you actually see a good shot of the alien.
Yeah.
It looks like crap.
They should have done it where it's just a reflection in the TV.
Right. Because that is scary. You're like, oh shit, there's one there, and like maybe like never showing it from like the chest up. You know,
Yeah, because
the
didn't it have like a
camera will be
stupid
behind
tribal
it.
tattoo, and you're like, who the fuck gave you that, you piece of shit?
Yeah.
You fucking
Damn it,
douche.
Frank.
It should have been, like, we know why he did it, because like that to him felt like the big payoff,
Right.
the big like, oh shit, there it is. But it did take like the fact that it happened, like in the daytime, like maybe if it happened when it was darker. And like the CGI would still hold up, just like in Jurassic Park, where
Right,
all the
yeah.
scenes with all the dinosaurs usually happened at night.
But also all the footage, like the quick shots that we got of them, they looked thin as hell.
Yeah.
They all look skinny. But then when you get a good look at them, you're like, this dude's like $170. You know?
Dude, I could
It's
just
like,
yeah, dude, like GSP would fuck him up.
yeah, it's
Dude, a UFC fighter would just be like, dude, I'll just break an ankle.
yeah,
Let's go.
It's like you're not this like creepy, unnaturally skinny thing. You're just like an average dude.
Yeah, especially that scene coming. I do agree with that, definitely. But especially that scene coming off the heels of the basement. I don't know if you remember this, but I
like
watched
the
it recently.
hands, right? Didn't they like kind of?
Yeah, they were trying to open the door. Like they got downstairs, they were barricading the house. You could hear them crashing around inside the first floor of the house.
Yeah.
They're all in the basement, and then like the door is rattling. It goes silent. The boy's backing up against the wall, and a hand shoots out through the vent.
Right. Yeah.
And just fucking grabs him, dude. Legitimately made everyone want to shit their pants.
And that was like a thin arm
Yeah.
and hand too.
yeah, he was just, you know. He really did arms and legs really good in that movie when you think about it, because all those scenes with the fingers, like remember when it came from underneath the door,
Yeah.
and he cut the finger off, which also in the end of I don't know if you picked this up, that alien,
the same one.
It's the same alien
Yeah.
because he's missing a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never picked up on that when I was younger.
No, I did. I always figured he was just pissed off. That's why he went after them.
I never picked up on that when I was younger. But like I said, I was high as shit, and watching this, I was like, dude, they're just raiding, taking people, and trying to get the fuck out of there before it rains or before anyone breaks a sweat on them or anything like that. And like you said, oh, why the fuck would they do that? I said, man, because even if like me, you, and Aaron were in a boat crossing the ocean, we came across an island of people with bows and arrows, and even though we knew that they would kill us, we would have to rush to get food and get back to the boats.
But they were taking people. You think they were eating them or something?
Probably. Why not? I mean, what else would they take? It's either that or
A lot of probing.
probably. I mean, they, as far as we know, they only
They're in
took
the field
women and
stealing
children.
corn.
Yeah, really, this is just a whole story on me and Cuba just taking corn.
And a lot of probing.
Yeah. So, just good movie. Aliens. Ugh.
Again, The Walking Dead.
Hold on, but then you want to fuck aliens up for yourself to make them like not as cool or scary or like frightening? Watch Ancient Aliens. You know? Like,
No. Because I read Chariots of the Gods, the original one, and
which one was that? Sitchin? Or is that?
no? It was the original book written by
I'm trying to remember who wrote it.
Oh fuck, what's his name? Not Kurt Vonnegut. I'm blanking on his name right now.
No, Sitchin was the ancient alien theory with the Anunnaki and shit.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
wrote
Yeah.
Chariot of the Gods?
We'll have to look it up
Eric
later.
von
I'm-
Daniken.
Oh, Eric von Daniken. That's right.
Von
That's
Daniken.
right. Yep. I read that book. It was a good book. A lot of it has been disproven as bullshit, much like throughout the whole Ancient Alien show. But no, I definitely believe in the Ancient Alien theory. But then that show just started going like batshit crazy.
Well, that's what
and
I mean. Is that aliens are creepy, cool, and fun, but then you watch that movie, that show rather, and the first like half season of that is really, really good.
right? Because then
It's legit.
they ran out of.
They start talking about
of
Bigfoot,
theories and
Bigfoot
shit,
being
yeah.
a multi-dimensional alien.
Yeah, it was
You
like
know?
escape from the multi-dimensional zoo, and then like the it just got ridiculous. It just got straight up ridiculous.
They were talking about Mumbatu or whatever is like a flying dinosaur that supposedly has been seen in like the Congo or something like that, and they're like, could this be alien? Could this be the work of ancient alien astronauts?
That was just they were just stretching that out for as long as they could. But that first season, maybe two, but definitely the first season was good. It was based on a lot of ancient alien theories.
Yeah.
But then it was like then it was just History Channel going, this is making money. Let's just beer bottles. Beer bottles came from ancient Sumeria where the mother horde crash landed.
And you could watch Giorgio Tsoukalos, the guy with the crazy hair.
Oh yeah.
Just fucking get crazier and crazier as he goes. He's like, so that's the theory for today. Ooh, I gotta get high for this one. And he just fucking,
dude,
his eyes get smaller and smaller. His hair gets bigger and bigger.
You ever see the pictures of him? You Google him.
Yeah,
like. No, not just like the crazy hair, but like him at parties and stuff like that. Dude, that dude was elbow deep in
girls,
fucking
yeah.
vagina because of that show. That's why he's like Aaron's role model of mystery there.
Not my role model.
he's like,
he just uses
I got a thing going. He let his hair
thing.
go crazy. It's like, I'm the alien guy.
It's peacocking.
That wasn't him. He was like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's ancient aliens, but I'm pretty sure ancient aliens would love for you to suck my dick. Aliens.
I'm not going to say that it's aliens, but that might be my penis inside you.
Or it might be aliens. I'm not sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That fucking guy. We're just both thinking of him.
Yeah, like we both just like pause, look to our left, and just at the same time, like just if there's like a neural connection where we can see each other's thoughts, we just got this picture of his crazy hair, his spray tan in his hands, like
it's like, oh,
aliens.
Giorgio, aliens,
man.
So Aaron, you had brought up a minute ago before I cut you off to go on a little ancient aliens talk there. Walking Dead.
Yep.
You watch it?
I did.
You like it?
I didn't know it was coming back.
I mean,
it came back this weekend.
As far as The Walking Dead goes, I don't know if we need to recap the entire episode, but I definitely got to say, now that Walking Dead's back, there are some fucking key scenes in this that are awesome. This episode itself is a solid episode, and it continues the now short-lived tradition of great Walking Dead again. Who's ever producing this show or writing this show right now gets it. Like he's been watching Netflix and seeing what they're doing. He's been watching all these popular shows like Breaking Bad and stuff, and the long game is being played now for the season as a whole. Characters are getting developed, tensions being built. Cool stuff is actually happening.
7 seasons to develop these characters.
But, like, you're actually getting development and not just garbage. Like, I can't say anything bad about this episode. It was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't have any complaints. I mean, you've got all the elements of there's a mystery brewing with Gabriel and whoever was in the vehicle with him. They did something really cool with Negan where you didn't see he didn't get overexposed in this episode. You only heard his voice for like 15, 20 seconds maybe on a radio. The whole crew is back together again. Which did you watch? You didn't watch the mid-season finale before you watched this episode, right? I mean, you've seen it, but did you watch it like right before, like leading in?
No.
All right. I rewatched it. There's a really cool, good feeling watching like everybody get back together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're just yes, and it literally takes like maybe 30 or 45 seconds after the end, so it's not like a jump or anything like that off the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
That highway scene was really cool, so you've got all the tension and danger there, but it wasn't overwrought. Really, really good episode. I recommend. Cuba, what about you? You said you were at
Yeah, I started season 6. How
far are you in?
I'm just past the halfway point. I think I'm in the episode after they first met Negan's men and blew them the fuck up.
Oh, do you like that episode? Blew them up with a
with the RPG.
Yeah, that was cool, huh?
Yeah, I mean that was cool.
That was Daryl, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like fucking hit him with the RPG. Pow.
I'll say you were right. Season 6 is slightly better than previous seasons.
Slightly better.
Yeah, so far it's slightly better. It's still got... Dude, I told you, that show lost me completely. It's got a lot of work to do before I'm going to give it more than the little amount of credit that I'm giving it.
See, it is being spiteful, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So
You're not looking at it objectively. You're looking at it through the spiteful, lens of an angry lover.
Yes, exactly. I'm looking at it the way that you're looking at Disney and old EU.
Yeah, except
Boom.
except one. Yeah, no, I'll give you that. Except one just definitely doesn't compare.
Hey, it's the only thing
I know.
It's the only thing I got in my basket right now. Okay, I went through 5 fucking seasons of bullshit. I'm not going to turn around halfway through a season and go, yeah, they've vastly improved. The first like 3 or 4 episodes were really good.
They were in Alexandria.
In
right?
Alexandria, they're like moving the herd, and then the wolf pack, or whatever the fuck they're called, attacks. That doesn't happen in the comics, but it worked for the show. My favorite episode so far was the Morgan's backstory of how he learned the Aikido and everything like
fight
that.
with a stick and shit.
Yeah, I thought that was a very, very good episode. That was a good character development episode. Mm-hmm. And like Aaron just said, this show can shine really well when they focus on developing the characters. Yeah. When it just nothing but look at this cool zombie, look at this guts. It's like, I don't care. Yeah. It's just not that interesting. I don't, the gore in the zombies is secondary at best when it comes to this show. Humans have always been the interesting and dangerous thing about The Walking Dead. So when they can focus on that aspect of it, that's when the show is good. So that's why I really like the Morgan one, because we'd seen how Morgan went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And the effort that dude did, and then everything at the end, he ended up dying because of Morgan's craziness. And that helped fix Morgan. And then again, and he tries to pass it on to that dude that he captures and everything like that. Yeah. So that's all interesting. Complaints that I have with the show still is, the unnecessary focus on what they think is cool. We're gonna do this because we think people think it's cool. I don't like that. And then just it breaks its own rules a lot, in that it's a small thing, but it always pisses me off when they were guiding the zombies. They built that wall of with the steel
sheet metal,
and everything, and the zombies, some of them were they're walking into it and just exploding.
Yeah,
it's like water balloons.
Well, that was supposed to be because it was so many that they're crushed up against by the other.
Not even, because before it got to the point that there was so many of them, they were still just popping.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what that's supposed to.
I know, but it's not consistent, because
work.
Then when what's his face shoots himself and him and Glenn fall, and you think Glenn's dead, because it's wow, that couldn't have been shot more obvious. These zombies have the amazing ability to harden their fingers enough to rip open your stomach and your sternum and just tear you apart and eat you like this. But they're fragile enough to make their heads pop when they hit a wall. That's the kind of shit that drives me crazy. When they when they put an emphasis on physics and then throw it out the window for the sake of coolness.
Yeah, I definitely see that complaint. That's a problem I have too.
When what's that?
The season you're watching now, you'll see the slow progression into the comic book.
That's what I'm hoping.
You'll see it slowly just start to it starts to peter off to the point where you start to get into the comic book territory, and then it's just solid. It's solid all the way through.
Yeah.
Especially into this season.
Especially even though there's certain things that don't happen during the comic book that you feel like they should have, like that outpost scene. Mm-hmm. Aaron.
Yep.
The raid on the outpost there.
Yep.
That shit felt like it should have been in the comic.
But then on the flip side, there's things that happen in the comic that just are never as impactful on the show. When the blonde and her kids, when they get eaten by the zombies and she's holding on to Carl, and Rick has to hack her hand off, I felt nothing. I felt absolutely nothing. But in the comic, she is screaming for Rick. Save me. She's holding on to Carl because she wants Rick to come and save her, and Rick has to chop her hand off to save Carl. And this one, he's just looking at her and they're doing flashbacks of like their 5 conversations. It's like,
well, see, that's a point of we didn't get. When you read the comic, I don't know if this happens to you, but I feel like there's this weird time dilation where in the comic you feel a familiarity with certain characters, like even though they might have only spent a short amount of time with each other. When I can't even remember her name at this point.
I don't remember her name either. I just watched it.
Yeah, when like you feel like her and Rick have been together a while, even though they're not. You know what I mean? But there's like a certain conveyance of time that you can't get in a 8-episode mini season.
They spent almost a full season between like half of last season and half of this season together. They had enough to establish a budding romantic relationship, but they didn't do a good job. That's where the writing fails, where she's just like,
oh well, not only that,
her kid gets like grabbed and eaten right away, and then she gets grabbed and she's like, and then like they just swarm her. And then that's it. And then he just cuts her hand off. Like, he makes like a, oh, man, I liked her face. And then he cuts her hand off. Where in the comic...
She had that sweet, sweet booty.
Like, Rick goes into Carl mode. And he doesn't care that she's screaming for help. Like, it's one of those Rick being morally gray areas that I like when the comic explores that. Because he's saving Carl, but he's letting her die, but she's already dead. But he's just chopping her fucking hand off.
See, I really do. I do think that is it is a product of them not wanting to alienate certain viewers, because you do got to remember that we are huge fans of the comics, but they're trying
half
to go
the viewers haven't seen the comics. Yeah,
dude,
I know.
More than half. I'm willing to say probably 75%
No, it's probably even higher than that.
At this point, don't even know it's based on a comic.
Right.
Okay. I mean. So they are appealing to a wider mass audience. So there are certain things that they're going to sacrifice. You know what I mean?
It's just like I said.
Like
whenever it's a major comic book moment, it always seems to me like it falls flat. It never has the emotional impact. Actually, very little in that show.
Just wait.
Gives me an emotional impact.
Just wait. They fix that.
Good, I hope so, because
especially the scene, the one that I'm probably talking about, the daytime scene. How can I do it without spoiling it for Cuba?
Just bring it up to him after in text.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it. I was gonna say.
I want to feel something. I want to feel something for it. Dude, I'll watch fucking Disney movies where I'll get the feels deep down in my chest there. And when it comes to The Walking Dead, it's like, I don't feel anything. I want to. With some of these characters that we've had since the beginning, I want to feel something for them. But either you set it up in such a way that I don't, or you just handle it so badly that, it's just, there's nothing there. It's 6 seasons, and I've never felt anything other than the first episode.
Yeah, that and there's a lot of, there is a lot of characters.
But the comic handles that, and it makes you... Every single time someone dies in the comic, you're like, fuck.
See, I never got that, though. I never got that.
Especially when Abraham, like, when he dies, I was like, I flipped the page, I was like, wait, what? Wait, what?
See, there's certain character deaths that will grab me. Him, Glenn, there's a couple others. But there's a lot of times when certain people die that I just was like, that sucks. But I don't go into, like, oh my God mode or anything like that. It's such a huge cast that, and at this point, we know people are going to die.
Yeah, but still, in the comic people are going to die. But, like, Lori dying in the comic, that was like like Aaron said, you're like, what? You flip the page back and you reread it, and then you look at the full spread, and you're like, fuck. Then Lori dying in the show, you're like, heh.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But there's also no way that they're going to show... on AMC, a woman getting her stomach blown out while and falling onto a baby.
Well, they should have, because that is more fucking shocking. Tyrese's death, they gave it to Herschel, but it just didn't feel the same. But that might be a symptom of, hey, that's not your death, that's Tyrese's death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of factors, I think.
There are. It's like some of them I don't feel anything because I feel cheated. Some of them, it's like I said, it's just a bad setup. And speaking of Lori, we just finished watching The Colony. It's really weird watching Lori not be as annoying that she was on The Walking Dead.
That is kind of strange because you would think like she just got that face. You think
like,
she would kind of
I
be.
think it's because she was so unlikable in The Walking Dead. This show, I think they tried to make her more likable. It's hard to explain. She's likable, but not likable, but not anywhere near what she was on The Walking Dead. So and it's double weird because you have Sawyer as her husband. So it's it's really weird seeing Sawyer caveman brow next to Lori.
Not calling people
like,
nicknames and shit.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think he calls anybody a nickname.
Say, shouldn't you be on a weird island with smoke monsters and zombies?
I'm like, this is an interesting show, but it's so weird watching Sawyer and Lori kiss.
What's The Colony about?
It's
Which one's that?
It's on FX, I think, and it takes place like a year after like an alien invasion, and it takes place in San Francisco, and there's like a gigantic fucking wall around all of San Francisco, and people are living their lives, but there's like they put it, they call it the colony, the San Francisco Bay Colony. So I guess they don't know if there's other colonies. We find out later there's a handful of colonies, at least around the United States, that these aliens have set up. So like inside the colony, life is perfectly fine and everything like that. But then outside the walls, you see like the blown up buildings and burnt remains of the rest of San Francisco and shit like that.
So why do they bother keeping people around? Harvest them?
I don't know. If you commit there's like a new government, and it's forced by Homeland Security. Whoa, you're very subtle. And they're like, it's very Nazi looking. Like the flag of this new government is like a red flag with a white circle with a black eagle in it.
Oh yeah. It's not German at all.
No, not at all. And you pretty much go about your daily life. No one's allowed to have a car. Everybody has to walk or ride a bicycle. Only government officials and select people are allowed vehicles. If you commit a crime, like Homeland Security's brutal. Like they're wearing like SWAT team gear essentially, but they wear like a red beret and a red mask, so you can't see their identity. It's like a secret police essentially.
Is it on Netflix at this point?
Yeah, we just watched. I'm pretty sure it was Netflix. We watched it. That or Prime.
I got a bunch of shows.
But yeah, I mean, it was interesting, and it wasn't the best show, but it was interesting enough to I'm like, okay, I want to see the second season, because if you commit a crime, like I said, Homeland Security comes, but then also these fucking weird alien drones that are stationed on the top of the wall, and if anything happens, they come in, or they're just buzzing around town and stuff like that, constantly surveilling you. And they showed like what happens if you try to run from them or break the law. There's like 10 people robbing a truck at one point, and just like one drone comes and it like targets all 10 of them. The little gun comes and goes and just fucking plows these people down.
Damn.
If you commit crimes and you're convicted, they send you to what they call the factory.
It's like a labor camp or something.
I don't know. Everybody's afraid of it, and it's on the moon or near the moon.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they show the aliens at the end, but I won't give any spoilers. Or they show a alien at the end, but I don't know if I can call it an alien.
Person from the future?
I can't give you any spoilers.
Future past space Nazis.
George Lucas.
Have you seen the previews for that movie Get Out? Speaking of,
No.
You're like, ooh, very subtle with the Homeland Security.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
I don't watch what you send.
Nah.
There's two movies that are coming out that I want to fucking see because they're the creepiest goddamn like psychological thrillers.
Get Out looks creepy, but tell me that it's not just like it has the vibe of, all right, it's a interracial young couple, boyfriend and girlfriend, black guy, white girl, and they're going to her affluent, like rich 1% like neighborhood from where she's born, and he's the only black dude, and like all the white people are out to kill him, but it's like in like some weird, like they want to like sacrifice him or some weird shit, but it's like,
yeah, I explained it as
the one black guy.
So she lives in like Georgia.
It's like the one
Kentucky.
It's like the one black dude trying to like fight all these like really rich people, and they're like trying to like poison him or hypnotize him, and there's all these like weird, creepy things happening.
So it's like the Purge, but
And-
for
and
this,
there's
just
one-
this black guy.
I described
there's
it as
one-
the,
hold on, there's one other-
the
there's one
black
other black
Stepford
dude.
Wives.
Kind of. There's one other black dude, and he even walks up. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man? It's good to see another brother here." And he goes to put his hand out to like pound it, and the other guy like grabs his hand like he doesn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And he's
Grabs
dressed
his
in like,
fist and like tries
Yeah.
to shake his fist.
but he's wearing like a really bad, like ill-fitting suit, kind of like a white guy with like a weird hat. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, that's like an Uncle Tom. I'm like, this whole
bag
thing
of
is
Vance
like,
looking motherfucker.
yeah. I'm just like, man, it's just.
That one and
White people are bad.
the other psychological thriller that I want to see besides Get Out is The Cure for Wellness with the dude
That
from
looked-
what was that movie where they all got powers and then like
Oh, Chronicle.
Chronicle, that kid from Chronicle, he goes to like a mental institution up in like it almost looks like
The Leonardo DiCaprio
yeah, Shutter
movie
Island
that
or
was
whatever.
Yeah, I read the book years ago, Shutter Island, and
Oh, I wanted to see that. I never got a chance to.
read the book. The book is better than the movie by all accounts.
Yeah,
Of course,
usually that's
I
how it
never
goes.
saw. I never saw the movie, but Aaron's right. The aesthetic of it is very similar.
But it looks
Go
super
ahead,
fucking
Aaron.
creepy.
It does, especially when they're like draining people for the cure or whatever it is.
Don't spoil nothing.
You saw the preview.
I saw the trailer, but that doesn't mean I saw the same trailer you did. You might be watching TV spots or something. I don't know this shit.
I don't know what you've been watching. All right. Well, I think that concludes this episode of Modern Retro. I could have another topic that I want to get on, but we're gonna be on that for like a while if we get on that. So we'll save that for next.
Just what
next
is
week.
it? Bring it up.
Well, I wanted to
Pose it to the
because
audience.
because 1984 has and I just closed the webpage. Because 1984 has become the #1 bestseller on Amazon to the point where it's like temporarily sold out, like of printed copies, because of Trump and everything like that. I wanted to like get into a conversation because everybody's all about 1984, but Brave New World is also another dystopian novel that's different but similar. And I just kind of wanted to get your guys' take, like get a conversation going of, are we in 1984 or are we in Brave New World? Because I have a website that I don't have up right now that you go right away. You would say, I dismiss that we're in Brave New World. We're more in 1984. But then when I'll read you like the things in Brave New World that are just like, wow, maybe we are kind of like in Brave New World. It's almost like we're in this weird intersection of both of them.
Well, you
Well,
want to
don't give it away for the next
You-
episode.
I'm not. I'm just giving. This is we'll definitely talk about this next episode for sure, because I think it's definitely an interesting topic that we all have something to say. And Aaron and I have read both books. You said you haven't read either of them.
I even assigned it
I'll get
as a summer project for Akota because her school didn't give her enough homework. So I said, you're going to read 1984, you're going to read Brave New World, then you're going to compare and contrast it today.
It's definitely interesting.
Training a little conspiracy theorist over there.
Maybe.
Especially like I said, I've thought about it, but because it's just so weird that it's sold out now. So many people, before Trump took office, it wasn't even in the top 10, 1984. I mean, it was like maybe in like the top 50 or something like that. But the fact that in the first week of his administration, it shot up to #1, and then the second week, it's sold out. You looked out the window too just now.
Yeah, I saw like a light pattern change in the room, so I automatically like, did you see the light?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, this spindly leg's walking by the window. And it's like a dirty, dingy basement window, but it's backlit by someone else's like porch light.
Yeah, the porch light next
It's
door.
like the perfect, like just like one
It's
long
like
slap
up against the fence. Could have been the dog that they have over there. I don't know.
alien space dogs.
But so that's a topic for next week. Definitely, we need more than 10, 15 minutes that we have left to get in on that subject.
So
I want to give it its
listeners,
proper time.
Write in the description to this episode on Facebook or otherwise and tell us what you think about 1984 Brave New World. Have you read it? What do you think about it? Is today that day? Are we in one or the other? Are we in both?
Are we both?
And you know what? Throw in a comment or two about aliens, because I like aliens.
Right. Who likes alien? Who's afraid of getting abducted? Let us know, because we are.
Who is avoiding getting probed? Who's looking to get probed? Drop me a number.
And why do the
You
aliens
know.
keep giving free proctology appointments to all these people in America?
Can you imagine that shit? Like they slip like a thing.
A little business card in your ass crack?
No. I would just imagine like you're like, no, oh god, no, please, just like in Fire in the Sky.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and then just he slips and he goes, oh no, and you're like, what? And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like, I have something to tell you. He's like, what? He's like, you have prostate cancer. It's about the size
Reminds
of a
me
grapefruit.
of Venture Brothers when
And then he
Brock
just, like,
grabs
drops
that
you
guy's
off.
balls. It's like, he's like, I felt a lump. He's like, are you serious?
Oh, Venture Bros. Oh, dude, one quick thing before the aliens, before we go. My dad, years, like fucking 15, 18 years ago, before he bought the house in Rainham, he was like delivering newspapers at night, like from like 2 a.m. to like 6 a.m. Just to make extra cash, for that down payment and shit. Mm-hmm. And a couple of like Saturday nights, I would go with him. I volunteered. I'd wake me up and we do that. And he listened to this show on like AM radio. I think it's off the air now, but I forgot the dude's name. But he used to have like this alien paranormal show from like, I don't know, 1 a.m. to like 4 a.m. or something like that. And he was always talking about alien abductions and the conspiracies, and it's not Alex Jones. Aaron.
No, it's that other
Like
guy.
helicopters.
It's
Like
this other guy.
helicopters.
When I find the name, you'd know it. He was like,
I've seen the documents. I've got Infowars.com.
it was a very big show. The national
Coast to Coast
show.
AM.
Yes, that was it. Very good. You get points. I'm gonna buy you chocolate.
75% off.
Like helicopters.
Did you look that up or did you know?
I used to listen to that all the time. Back in my
dude.
conspiracy high life.
It was fucking freaky. I just remember being in the car with him. We're just sitting there listening. It's 3, 4 in the fucking morning. We're tired. And this dude's talking about, like, in downtown Manhattan, these aliens just come right up to the window with their UFO, and they just use the beam, and they literally take the guy right out of it. And here's Frank telling us about it now. But, like, it's just, like, eerie music. The guy's speaking slowly. I'm, like, 14 or something like that. I'm like, it's fucking dark out here, I'm scared!
Basically, if you wanted to know anything about conspiracy, it was Alex Jones for the practical and Coast to Coast for anything supernatural or alien. Because, like, I listened to him about, like, the time travel shit, like, people from the future calling the show to, like, tell you about stuff. Like, it's wicked cool.
It sounds like a X-Files radio drama.
It is.
Kinda.
Only it's real.
Yeah. Well, supposedly. Allegedly real.
You should use that music to the do-do-do-do-do.
Dude, I'm already picturing the cover for this episode is just a big gray alien or something holding up an anal probe.
Just an alien hand.
Yeah.
Just a long green finger. Oh, remember that the ET finger?
Ew, yeah.
Remember that from the old escape pod? Good stuff.
All right, guys. This has been episode 21 of Modern Retro. Aaron, you're in charge of the YouTube. What's on the YouTube?
As of today, which is Wednesday of last week, because you're listening to this on Monday, I posted the video 4 of our 4-week unboxathon. This week is the Funko Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty for January. It's short and quick and to the point.
I saw the picture. You looked angry.
No, I'm more like, ooh.
I guess your woo and your angry are very similar looking.
Maybe. I actually got some boxes of the Star Wars glasses. So I'm gonna unbox those. I got the R2D2 and BB-8, so that's gonna be coming up on the YouTubes pretty soon.
This is an exclusive thing.
Exclusive.
Like no other place will have this type of unboxing.
One other place, but I don't really. They have like 61,000 followers on YouTube. But,
Wow, way to shortchange us. Thank you very much.
But
for
they
that.
won't have these styles.
Whoa. All right. Well, look for that unboxing for these exclusive styles. Roy, do you know where else we can be found on the internet?
You guys can find us at www, I say it every time, .modernretrocast.com. You guys can also find us...
//
Is it forward slash or backslash?
Ignore him. You're screwing
God
Roy
damn
up.
it.
You're screwing Roy up.
ModernRetrocast.com. You guys can find us on Stitcher, on iTunes. If you guys go to the prescribed website, that's pretty much our hub, our galactic hub. You guys can see all our old episodes. You guys can comment, like, subscribe to all of our good stuff. We've got a lot of things coming up. And, yeah, that's about it.
Very good, very good. I almost could have said it better myself.
Almost.
I got
I
one.
had it on my phone this time.
I know, I saw you reading it.
Go to
He's
tpublic.
right, we do have... what's that?
tpublic.com/user/modernretro84 for our t-shirts. Every time you buy a t-shirt, $2 goes to us to fund this thing.
And Roy wasn't lying when he said we have things coming up. We told you at the beginning of the year, our beginning of the year episode, that we have good things coming up, and hopefully this weekend we can actually gather together and take a break from playing video games long enough to actually talk about some of the things coming up that we get going implementing. I'm actually very excited. I haven't even told these two guys the details yet.
Oh, boy.
So that's
Holding out on
coming
us?
soon. What's that?
Holding out on us?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be pulling out on you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
About to get
Thank you for pulling out.
Exactly.
So, again, keep listening. Share with your friends. Just spread the word. The way we grow is by you and your word of mouth. You think we're funny. You like listening to what we babble about every week. Then you tell your friends. They tell their friends. You like us on iTunes. You leave comments on our social media. And all this helps us and entertains you. So... thanks for listening, guys. Have a good night.
Bye. I don't know. You're looking at me with raised eyebrows. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You're too...